Greetings from SIBBC&S online programs. This is Rajesh presenting to you the online programs that are offered here at SIBBC&S from Coimbatore of Tamil Nadu. In this video, we'll be presenting to you the programs that are offered here at SIBBC&S, South India Baptist Bible College and Seminary from Coimbatore. We'll be taking a look at the programs that are offered here and also the curriculum that is included in multiple programs that are offered, and also the fee particulars, and we will also be talking about the admission criteria, and also we'll be talking about the education methodology that is involved in the online programs that we offer here at SIBBC&S. So let's get started with the programs that we offer here at SIBBC&S. We offer three programs, and the programs are here listed. The number one is the Master of Divinity program. This is our featured program. And the second one is the Master of Arts in Biblical Studies. And the third one is the Graduate Diploma in Christian Studies. So let's get started with the first program that is offered here. The Master of Divinity program is graduate level degree that is pursued by the people that are preparing for a full-time ministry engagement in relation to church and church-based organizations. So the program equips students with the theological, pastoral, and practical skills necessary for effective ministry and leadership. And generally the curriculum includes biblical studies, theological studies, missions and ministry, and a couple of other areas of focus. Now you can see here the curriculum that is offered within the MDiv program. You can take a pause here and then take a look at the list of subjects or the courses that are part of the MDiv curriculum. The program comes with 96 credits. Keep this in mind. The program comes with 96 credits, out of which 90 are academic credits and 6 are practicum. So you just take a look here. The first one is the orientation, theological research and writing, and you also have the credits that are assigned to each of these courses. You can find just next to that subject. So introduction to the Old Testament, introduction to the New Testament, history of Christianity, world religions, biblical hermeneutics, preliminary Greek, Pentateuch, introduction to Christian ministry, introduction to missions, evangelism and church planting, synoptic gospels, major prophetical books, homiletics, Pauline epistles, preliminary Hebrew, biblical theology, systematic theology 1 and 2, history of Indian Christianity, Christian ministry to children and youth, and Christian ministry to men and women, mentoring and ministry, pastoralia, Indian Christian theology, constitutional rights and responsibilities, dispensations, Christian leadership, Christian ethics, Christian apologetics, Christian organizational development, administration management of church and church-based organizations, spiritual formation and ministerial formation within internship. So you see, like most of the courses that are offered within the program are having 3 credits. Only a few subjects, like for example orientation and also dispensations, and there is also another course that is on constitution. These 3 come as a single credit. So clubbing together, that will form as one course. That would be 3 credits. So in total, we have 30 courses with 3 credits, totaling to 90 credits. And then you have 6 credits, spiritual formation and ministerial formation and internship. So altogether, 96 credits the program comes with. So how long will it actually take to complete the program? Now, we have designed the program keeping in mind a lot of working professionals. Okay, so the duration of the program is flexible and convenient according to the student needs. The minimum duration is 3 years, and maximum can go to 4 years or 5 years, or depending on the need of the student. So if you are somebody who is looking to complete your program within 3 years, we can definitely assist you with that one. Now, just keep in mind that if you would like to complete your degree within 3 years, then you would have to do some extra work along the way, because in the first year, you would be able to complete the courses one by one, but in the second and third years, you would have to do 2 courses at a given time at different times. Okay, so in order to make up with the time, in the second and third years, you will be allowed to do 2 courses at a time, but in the first year, you will be allowed to take only one course, because you need to get familiar with the entire system of learning, writing of the assignments, and a lot of other things involved in the program. That is why you're not allowed to take two courses at a given time in the first year. But later in the second and third years, you're allowed to take, so that you can make up with the duration. Now, generally, it would take roughly around 12 hours per week for a single course. If you're taking a course, it would require you to spend around 12 hours per week if you are planning to be successful in your education. So if you're planning to do it within 3 years, then you would have to consider how you would manage your time and all of that. Now, the next program that is offered is the Master of Arts in Biblical Studies. Now, this is also a graduate level program, and it offers in-depth study of Bible and other core areas. So the program equips students with advanced knowledge and skills in biblical interpretation and theology. Let's take a look at the curriculum that is offered here in this Master of Arts and Biblical Studies program. So again, you have the beginning with the orientation, theological research and writing, and a couple of courses are different here compared to what you have in the MD program. So a lot of the bulk comes here from the MD program, but again, you have a couple of courses that are different. So you will have the introduction to the Old Testament, introduction to New Testament, biblical archaeology, which was not part of the MD, and intertestament literature, which was not part of the MD, Bible manners and customs, which was not part of the MD, biblical theology, hermeneutics, history of Christianity, Pentateuch, historical books, poetical books, prophetical books, Synoptic Gospels, Acts and Revelation, Pauline epistles, general epistles, writings of John, Introduction to Christian Ministry, and Systematic Theology 1 and 2. And then you also have Spiritual and Ministerial Formation coming with 4 credits. And you also have 2 electives. One is the Elementary Greek, and the other one is the Elementary Hebrew. So if you are somebody looking for MA in Biblical Studies with these elementary Greek and Hebrew, we would definitely provide that one, but it is not a requirement as a core curriculum. Okay. So the program, the MABS, Master of Arts in Biblical Studies, comes with 65 credits in total. Now again, how long would it take to complete this program? Just like the MDO program, the MABS also would be a little flexible, offering convenience and control to the students in relation to how long would they take to complete this program. Now, we offer the program within the 2 years, but then it is again allowed for students to take more than 2 years depending on their ability and depending on the pace of their study. So if you are somebody who is looking for completing the degree within 2 years, you are definitely allowed to go with that one. But again, keep in mind that you would have to give extra work or extra time to keep up with the course workload. The other program that we offer is the graduate diploma in Christian studies. Now again, this is also a postgraduate program and designed to provide students with a foundational understanding of theology, scripture, and ministry or practice. So it actually serves as an introduction to advanced theological education and would prepare you for further academic study in theology or the related fields. Now take a look at the curriculum that is offered here within the program itself. Now you have orientation again to begin with, introduction to Old Testament, introduction to New Testament, biblical hermeneutics, homiletics, church history, evangelism and church planting, introduction to Christian ministry, pastoral care and counseling, systematic theology 1, systematic theology 2, and finally you have the spiritual and ministerial formation. So the program again comes with 34 credits in total. Again, duration of this graduate diploma in Christian studies would depend on your ability to keep up with the course workload. So if you're somebody looking to complete within 1 year, definitely we can assist you with that. But if you would like to go with a slower pace, you can go more than 1 year. But again, as usual, you are expected to spend at least 12 hours per week to keep up with the course workload. Now, coming to the fees particulars. Now, the Master of Divinity and the Master of Arts in Biblical Studies and the Graduate Diploma in Christian Studies, all programs come with some scholarship available. For example, if you look at the tuition fees of the all the programs, basically, it's a flat 30,000 rupees annually. For the 12 months, it is 30,000 rupees. But then from this 30,000 rupees, you are given 8,000 rupees scholarship. If you are somebody looking for financial assistance, we can help you with this 8,000 rupees annual scholarship. So that means per year you will be paying 22,000 rupees. But again, if you break it down to monthly, that would come around 1,830 rupees or something like that. Now, the admission fees costs you 2,000 rupees, and then 8-year registration fees is 2,000 rupees, and graduation and transcripts that you would have to pay at the end of the program, that will be 2,000 rupees. So annually, for any of these programs, annually it's actually 22,000 rupees you would have to pay, and it is within the understanding that you are actually taking the scholarship. If you haven't availed the scholarship, that you would have to pay around 30,000 rupees. If you have taken scholarship, then you would have to pay only 22,000 rupees. Going to the MA in Biblical Studies also, it's the same thing. MDiv, you had to pay at least for 3 years. MABS, you have to pay at least for 2 years. And the graduate diploma, you have to pay at least for 1 year. Okay, so you have slight difference with the MA and graduate diploma. There is no 80 registration fees for these two programs. Now, students that are opting for or availing the scholarship, they have to fill a form on the website that is available. And if you are choosing to pay monthly as the tuition fees, if you're planning to pay it monthly, then you have to pay it at the beginning of the month, within the first 10 days of the month. If you're somebody who's looking to pay it in installments, then you have to pay it at the beginning of your installment period. Or if you're somebody looking for paying it annually, then you have to pay it at the beginning of your annual learning cycle. Now, what is the admission criteria? Like, who can be admitted into this program, or who can join this program? One is that we take only born again believers or Christians. Now, we do not take anybody who is not a Christian. We do not take anybody who doesn't have a commitment to serve the Lord. And so born again commitment is mandatory for anybody to be admitted. And coming to the education qualification, that students should have their 10th passed, 12th passed, and their degree passed. These three essential: 10th, 12th, and degree. All these three have to be completed, and they should have the documents or these mark sheets and certificates of this 10th, 12th, and the degree. So in certain cases, when a student is about 30 years old and then they have a ministry experience of at least 5 years, they may be admitted into the program without the bachelor's degree being required, but that is based on a case to case. You can get in touch with us if you are looking for that option. So talking about the technological requirements, that students or candidates that are planning on joining are expected to have their own personal computer. It could be a laptop or it could be a desktop. It's not a problem, but you should have your own computer, and without which it is very difficult for you to find success in your learning process. And it is also very important that you have a stable internet connection. Now, you don't need to have a wired connection, but you should have a stable internet connectivity. At least if you can connect with your mobile to computer, that would be great. But it's very important that you have a stable internet connection. And talking about the spiritual mentorship, this is very important for us, that students are supposed to be having a mentor at their ground level. So we require students to choose a mentor within their own locality. It could be a pastor, or it could be somebody, a leader at a church, or maybe at an organization or at an institution, who could actually kind of provide you an example, or maybe provide you guidance in relation to your ministry, or in relation to your spiritual growth and personal growth. So he could be an example to you, and also could be a counselor, or could be a guide to you. This is very important because you will be meeting this mentor once in a while, maybe at least a month or something like that. It's very essential that you choose a mentor that is appropriate for you. And then also talking about the interview is that if you are interested, then we will be meeting you just for a short interview. Like, we would like to speak to you, and then like to get to know about you, and then answer any of your questions. And then if you are willing to join, then we can definitely assist you with the admission. And then as part of the requirements of the admission is that you should have a basic proficiency. Like, you should have a minimum fluency with English. Without that, it would be difficult for you to get admitted into the programs. Now, as part of the document submission, like, what are the documents that you would have to, or what are the forms that you would have to fill in to complete your document and form submissions? Number one is the application form. Now, you have to go to the website and then fill up your application form. and then send us, or you can just drop these during the application process itself. You have to submit the scanned copies. The scanned copies, please pay attention, the scanned copies of your 10th class and your 12th and then your degree. And when you are submitting your degree, you should have a certificate and also the mark sheet. All these are supposed to be submitted as scanned copies. If you do not have these, you will not be able to get the admission, and images or photos are not accepted. You have to submit only scanned copies. And then also you have to submit your personal testimony describing about your life and how you were saved, and then also talking about your desire to pursue theological education. Then you have to submit your identity document. It could be an Aadhaar card or any national identity card would work. And then you should also get a recommendation letter, at least from one or two people who could vouch for your desire for theological education, and then also for your commitment to involve in the ministry of the Lord. And then if you are somebody who does not have a bachelor degree, then you have to submit the documentation of your ministry experience for at least 5 years. Now, it's not acceptable if you just write it in a white paper and submit. Maybe a church elder or a pastor, they have to write for you, presenting that you have had so many years of ministry experience, and it must be on letterpad. Only then it would be acceptable. And then also you have to get the consent form, or you have to ask your mentor to give the consent by filling up a few details on the form that is available on the website. So this is the same mentor, like we have talked about the mentor, right? So once you have chosen the mentor has to fill this form. So you have to forward the details to the mentor of this form link, and we can ask them to fill, and once it's submitted, we will receive it, and then we will be in touch with the mentor. Now, how does the online education happen? Like it's a mystery for so many people that are looking forward to doing their first course in the online education. So let's begin with the learning management system. Now, a learning management system is basically a hub. Okay, it's more like a classroom where you would have access to all the resources that would be essential for you in your learning journey. Okay, so you would have your video lectures, and then you would have your assignments, you would have your examinations, you would have your quizzes, discussion forum items, and all these things presented there within the learning management system. Once you're enrolled into the course, you would be able to find all these things lined up for you with the due dates and all the other details, where you can check all the things that you can access, and also grades and examination assessments and all of that will be available on the learning management system. Now, coming to the lecture content, now a lot of courses that we offer will have the pre-recorded content, in the sense, in order to provide the maximum convenience and flexibility to students that are working professionals, we just like this in front of the camera record it for you, and then keep these things available on the learning management system. So once you log into the course, you would be able to have access to all these lectures, and you would be able to pause it, you would be able to replay it, and so it all is very, very convenient for you if you are a working professional, because with that you are able to study 24/7. Okay, it's not like a live class where if you miss it, you lost it. It's not like that. You have a complete control. You're able to study 24/7 according to your own convenience. Lecture notes and reading materials will be provided as soft copies on the learning management system. So there will be textbooks and a couple of other materials that will be there. And then you also have asynchronous discussion forums on the learning management system itself, where you have conversations on multiple topics within the LMS with the other, like your classmates or peers. No? So you'll be able to talk to one another on multiple topics within a course. And then you will also have to do some reflections and then some written assignments. For example, maybe essays or research papers, or a couple of different types of assignments will be given to you. And then you will have weekly quizzes and examinations. Now, talking about the weekly quizzes and examination, the weekly quizzes are timed, where you would be given only 5 minutes and you would have to respond to a number of questions within that given period of time. Whereas the examinations can be more of open book type of examination, or you may even compare them to assignments, where you are given time and you are free to refer to any of the resources that you have used within your learning journey of that particular course. You can go back to that, or you can refer to the video lecture that you have gone through, and then you can write the answers to the examination questions. But keep this in mind, that the answers that you provide anywhere in this examination must be your own. If you kind of copy it from anywhere, then you would be graded completely zero without any mercy. And then you also offer live Zoom sessions weekly once for every course, where throughout the week you will be doing your own study on your own, and then you will be coming to a live session in the evenings, probably like maybe Monday or Tuesday or Thursday or Friday, one of these days, just for 1 hour or 45 minutes. Around that time period, like, we offer a live session where a facilitator, not the instructor who taught you the lecture content, but rather more of a teacher assistant. So they will come and then they will be available to you for this 45 to 1 hour, 45 minutes to 1 hour, and then we'll be able to answer any of your questions, or provide you with assistance with the assignments or any clarifications you would need. Like, we're available for you whenever you need some kind of assistance with your learning process. Then we're also available through virtual office hours, where you can meet us throughout the day, maybe in the morning or in the afternoon. You can book a slot with us for maybe 15 minutes or 20 minutes, and then you would like to speak to us or the teacher, then these sessions are available. You would also have access to a digital library, where you have access to lakhs of books and maybe even 1 crore articles, where you can make use of these on your computer. Then you will also have live chapels, where you kind of have more of a devotional time with the other students of the online programs. For example, like, you will be allowed to pray, you will be allowed to sing, you will be allowed to share God's word, you'll be allowed to share your testimony, or like, a lot of things could happen, so that there is this connection happening, and then the relationship building within the peers of the online programs. Then you also have this mentorship program, which we have discussed a while ago, that you have to have your own mentor, and you should meet your mentor at least once in a while, and then discuss your growth, or find some ministry opportunities, or go along with them, so that you would have some exposure in your ministry. And then you would also have this internship, maybe in the second or third year, you'll be able to have a ministry internship, where you engage in ministry maybe for 120 hours, and then provide as a report. So we will be in touch with the mentor, and we both, mentor and us, we will kind of guide you through the internship. At the end of the internship, you would be able to provide to us a report of your ministry involvement. And then we also have the annual campus visits, where we invite the online students to the campus every year, at least for 5 days. Okay, and this will be communicated in advance, like 3-4 months, so that you can make all your travel arrangements and all of that. But annual campus visit is such a beautiful time, where you can connect with one another. Like, all the people that you have seen on your computer or maybe on your phone for over a year, you are finally able to meet them, and then also you will be able to meet us on campus. You will be able to kind of have a seminary experience all over again for these 5 days, from morning to evening. And when you complete all these requirements, you will be able to graduate here on campus itself. And when you graduate, you will be treated as a regular student. There is no difference here between the online students and offline students. All will be considered as equal and legitimate um, uh, degrees. Okay, so you will be able to receive all the things that the campus students also receive. So that is how the online education that we offer at SIBBC functions. And if you have any questions regarding anything, feel free to get in touch with us. Thank you for watching.